Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Meridian Mining Company update on Commodity TV. Before we begin, a note on our own behalf. The paid distribution of the following broadcast is on behalf of Meridian Mining UK Societas. Meridian Mining was able to significantly replenish its cash reserves at the end of July, beginning of August 2025. Shares were placed for gross proceeds of 50 million Canadian dollars. As part of the offering, over 64.1 million common shares of the company were sold at 78 Canadian cents per share. An insider of the company participated in the offering and acquired a total of 7.371 million common shares. The company intends to use the net proceeds from the offering to continue the final feasibility study for its Cabaçal gold-copper project, further develop Santa Helena to first resource, expand regional exploration programs in the larger Cabaçal VMS belt, and for general corporate and administrative expenses and as general working capital. Gilbert Clark, the CEO, stated, "We are very pleased to have received such strong support from our existing and new shareholders in successfully completing this 50 million Canadian dollar financing. With a solid cash position, Meridian is now well positioned to achieve key milestones, including the final investment decision for the Cabaçal gold-copper-silver project, the first resource for Santa Helena, and an expanded exploration program across the belt. We look forward to keeping the market informed of the progress of Brazil's next gold and copper mining area," said Gilbert Clark, the CEO of the company. The company also reported encouraging exploration results. It announced the delineation of several superimposed layers of gold, copper, silver ore drilled at the advanced gold-copper-silver VMS project Cabaçal. The results included CD702 with over 28 meters with 3.5 grams gold equivalent per ton, or equivalent to 2.6% copper, from 127.6 meters in the sparsely drilled southeastern sector of the open pit Cabaçal. Stronger copper ore zones than expected were encountered here, which should improve local grade continuity. The results provide further data to improve grade and density modeling as Cabaçal's infill drilling program nears completion for the pre-feasibility. Drilling will continue and further results are pending. The company has been granted 2 exploration licenses, which is great. This opens up the untested Alvorada historical copper anomaly in the Cabaçal belt for the first modern exploration program. The ongoing drilling program at Cabaçal has returned further strong intersections. Most drilling is targeting the initial 5-year production area, while some peripheral drilling has been completed in the southwestern sector of the mine area to close drill intervals in some positions of the hanging wall mineralization. The drilling is providing additional information on grade distribution as well as deposit density. The historical database contains 1,798 intersections with copper grades above 1% up to a peak grade of 21.8% copper and also of which below 10% are dense. CD702 targeted the southern sector of the CCZ in an area where little drilling has been done. The intersection is a good example of the copper-dominant mineralization, which, although intersected by a mining void from 146.6 meters to 149.9 meters, remained largely intact due to previous underground mining focused on gold. The drill hole intersected 28.6 meters at 3.5 grams gold equivalent, with several high-grade subzones, all within the range of 5.7 to 9.4 grams gold per ton with lengths of 1.8 to 3.9 meters. More than 26 samples in the composition contain more than 1% copper, with peak values in samples CBD S105591 with 10.6% and another one showed 11% copper. The peak grade of 3,257 is already higher than the highest grade in the historical dataset, underscoring the value of expanding this dataset. Individual subzones can reach composite grades of 3.05, which is higher than the model grade and contributes locally to a positive refinement of the definite feasibility block model. A series of drill holes were drilled in the extreme southwestern sector of the pit shell to better model the position of local wall-hanging mineralized extensions. This filled an area with previously drilled data at greater intervals. The company is pleased to announce that 2 of its applications for exploration permits have been approved, adding almost 15,000 hectares to the areas licensed for exploration. The company is mobilizing its staff to initiate land access agreements for these newly approved areas in this increasingly promising southern sector of the Cabaçal VMS belt. The approved areas include the Alvorada target area, where georeferencing and digitization of historical data from BP Minerals identified the strongest geochemical peak for copper in the Belts River at 164 ppm copper. This exceeds the original copper anomalies at Cabaçal with 56 ppm copper and Santa Helena with 36 ppm copper. As BP focused on gold exploration in the 1980s and Alvorada did not show any associated gold anomalies, it was not pursued further at the time despite the high copper content. The pointed figure chart looks good in a rising triangle for Meridian mining. The buy formation is intact, and we are setting an initial price target of $1.5 Canadian for the share. You can find all the information on our commodity TV app in German and English, along with everything else you need to know about commodities. Please note the disclaimer. The stock discussed is part of the SRC Mining Special Situation Certificate, and me and or my team or the SRC can be or will be shareholder in the company. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.